Circles of Virtue. So in this game, you play as Arya. It's a tactical RPG. So you and your team are working in a world that's just been introduced to magic. And so currently in development, working on the equipment system here. So I've actually made some pretty good progress. So yeah, this is where we're at. With that, yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. All right, so here's where we're at. So I can right now swap weapons, which is pretty good. I can, I have an inventory. So what you see on the right is the inventory. A couple things I need to do. I need to pull stats out for each of these weapons. I'll probably put over here the like attack or something, maybe some different stats. Then when you highlight them, down here it'll display more stats. So some work to do there, but not too bad. Over here, I need it when I switch weapons to not break. And right now, it breaks when I switch weapons. So I gotta think about why that is. I don't think it's anything too complicated, but I do need to think that through. So, one moment. So yeah, ultimately not too bad though. Let's see. So with that, that's the first thing I want to do is figure out why that's crashing. And then after I figure out why that's crashing, I want to probably just work on expanding that. So, all right, with that, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is look at this script. I want to look at what's going on when I switch weapons and when I switch weapons in the equipment menu. I don't think it's... I think it should be doing the same thing, but let's take a look here. All right. So yes, the first thing I want to look at, I'm going to pull this over here. And Godot has this feature. Oh, interesting. Hold up. I'm going to see if I can get this window to be smaller so you can see. It's expanding. OBS used to shrink it, but I think they changed that, which is fine. All right, so what I'm gonna do is put this just over right here over the script for now. Okay, so in the top left over there, that's what you see. That right there, if you go here, you can actually see what's going on in the game. So we can watch right now in the right hand and on the hip, I have weapons. When I switch, there. It's a bad switch, but that's okay. You can see it goes to hand and hip. There is a delay. I wonder if that delay is a problem. Interesting. Okay. What about when I switch weapons here? If I get the halberd. Okay. See, this looks fine. Let me check what the values are here for this. I have halberd and I have the axe. Is that right? That's an axe on this side? No. Okay. Okay. I think I see. Wait a second. When I switch, it's going to crash for sure. Okay, I think I'm getting what's going on though. Huh. I think what I'm not doing is I'm actually not setting... I'm not changing assigned weapon 1 or 2. Interesting. So I don't actually, when I swap weapons, I don't actually change my assigned weapons 1 or 2. I just leave them. But when I created the equipment menu, I was kind of expecting to. All right. So, all right, again, we'll look up, we'll go here, we see these are here. And let's see, so when I switch, let's look at here. So assigned weapon 1 is the short sword. Assigned weapon 2, let me make sure it's right. Assigned weapon 1 is the short sword. Assigned weapon 2 is the axe when I swap. Yeah, they don't switch. Okay. Which is okay, I can work with that. It's just not the assumption I had. So, that's good to know. So let's go back to my script here. Okay. Let's see. I always put it into assigned weapon 1. So what I need to do is I need to say if current player dot assigned weapon equals current player. Oh, you can't see. Let me move this out of the way here. Chronicles of Orbum. It goes well. Yeah, it's going pretty good. I'm working on some of the equipment stuff here. How's it going with you? What I'm checking here, essentially, about to start. Very good. 3 minutes. I'm counting down the clock here. I got my alarm set. I was running into this weird issue where when I switch weapons. So here you can see when I switch weapons, up in the top. Oh, I don't have it. Essentially, I don't actually swap weapon location here, right? So it got really weird when I was swapping in my equipment screen, but I think it'll be fixed now. So here is the equipment screen, right? And so I can change weapons here. I haven't actually saved my script here, so, but I will. I've got high confidence, so I'm gonna save real quick, but I probably won't test it before you're out. So we'll see. I hope you have a good stream, and I hope all your weapon implementation's going well. I'm racing you to the top here. Oh, interesting. My Godot just crashed. Apparently my code was so bad, Godot's just like, nope, I'm gonna close. Very nice. Oh man, I have a splash screen, but the way this works, it's like abstract. It's all right. Cool. Well, I hope your animations go well there. Yeah, while it loads, it gets real abstract. I have the scene set up in a way to try to show off in the most logical way, but it's challenging. Throw in some fireballs for me soon. Catch you later. Have a good stream. I'll drop in at some point. Hey, thanks Poetic Tragic for the sub. Appreciate that. Hope things are going well. Good to see you. How are things going with you? We're working on the equipment screen today. So you're just in time. Thanks for joining. Wow, 4,000 lines of code in one day. 3 Red Bulls. Man, okay. Well, yeah, good luck. You know, if there's if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Yeah, that sounds intense. I hope that goes well. Yeah, understood. No, that's a lot. So no, I get it. Well, yeah, get all the Red Bulls. I lived off Red Bulls in college for sure. Well, best of luck. Hopefully the midterms aren't too bad and you're well prepared. All right, moment of truth. Nope, still crashing. Okay, so hopefully your coding is going better than mine right now. Ultimately, I've got a weird system where when I swap weapons, I don't actually swap their place. So, oh, here's the problem. That was a 2. That needs to be a 2. Yeah, for sure. No, I understand. Coding can take so long, especially 4,000 lines. Like, we estimate a couple hours per line when estimating, like, budget for work. Call it SLOC, software lines of code, right? Honestly, I think it's like our estimates right now are like 4 or 5 hours per line of code. Now, I mean, there's other stuff on top of that. There's requirements, there's verification and other stuff, but 4,000 lines of code in a day is crazy. I wish my people had that sort of efficiency. It's a lot. All right, let's see. So I can switch weapons here. All right, now when I swap, okay, I did not break that time. I mean, the animation's a little broken, so I'll have to fix that, but that's okay. It's just because I have two hip weapons. Well, that's 2 hip weapons as well. Let's get a hip and a back weapon. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's great. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's the worst. Man, it's probably not too late to email your professor, but I get it. No, well, hopefully the Red Bulls do their job. Oh, that was interesting. That was a glitch. I chose short sword and it gave me a halberd. And then it broke. Let's see what happened there. Well, I hope it's not as bad as you're thinking, but I'm sure with that much coding, it's going to be hard. But best of luck. Yeah, it led to 2 halberds. That's weird. Or that many midterms of hard classes. Oh yeah, 3rd year math. So what, you're like in are you doing like 3rd year math? So like linear algebra. What else you got in 3rd year? Discrete math. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I get it. I hope that that goes well. Oh, discrete math and linear were 1st year for you? Wow. I'm trying to remember what I think I did like Calc 1, 2, 3 my 1st year. We had like or I guess Calc 1 to 4, I guess first 2 years. And then linear algebra, discrete. That might have been it. I wasn't computer science though. I was aerospace engineering. So maybe there was maybe we're not as math heavy. Oh, nice. No, that's awesome. That's pretty good. I went to college without any calc background. So like when I got to college, I'd never seen calc. The most I'd seen was trig. I went to kind of a small high school. And so I did trig in high school, but never calc. And then, yeah, it was quite the learning experience. But no, that's awesome. Yeah, way to go. Nice getting ahead of that. Ah, gotcha. Okay. I see. Yeah. That's cool. No, Math Miner's cool. It's cool that you were able to get that done in parallel. I think most like engineers are close, but I think at that point most people are like, "There's no way I'm adding any more math to this." So, so good on you. That's sweet. Oh, here's the problem. Why am I turning? Okay, hold up. I am mixing all of these up. Okay, so 1, 2. This isn't even the right code. Oh man. Maybe I'm too tired for this. I haven't even looked at 4,000 lines of code today. Okay, so if I have weapon 1 equipped, not assigned weapon equals weapon 1. Oh, no, it's good to switch. That's right. Good emote. Good emote. Hey, thanks for the first redemption as well. Congratulations. All right. I do need to pull up. I don't actually have my Twitch window open, so I need to pull that up. I've been out for the last couple weeks. Sorry about that. Let's see. So I'm catching up. Yeah, that's the image I used on all my promo stuff as well. If you go to my Steam page, I like that one a lot. All right. So this code's correct. The code that's incorrect is this code. Wait, hold up. I think I just messed this code up. Let's undo some of what I just did. Yeah, so basically that flips it. And then back to here. Okay, if my current weapon's assigned weapon 1, when I switch weapons, my current weapon 1 will load that. If I have 2 equipped, my current weapon 2 will load it, and then assigned weapon loads. That actually looks like it should work. Why would I load that halberd? I wonder if there's some time between here. I wonder if I hit it and then changed. I'm not sure. I'm playing around with it, see if I can figure out what happened there. Oh, and then my Godot crashed again. That's the second time this stream my Godot crashed. Weird. Sorry, it's gonna be all busted for a second because of how this how I have this coded, or have this arranged in OBS to try to show off the most I can. That's weird. My Godot's crashed now twice, and usually it's pretty stable. That has me a little worried. I haven't added that much to the game. Very interesting. Yeah, at least it auto saves. You're right. It's saving pretty often. I will go check that script to make sure that script held. But yeah, I've never really had a place where it like loses work. Luckily, here. Yeah, that looked like it saved okay. I'm guessing I'm hitting like the reset button while it's still running. I'm guessing I just shouldn't do that. I should just go ahead and close it out. That's what I usually do. I shouldn't change up how I do things, I guess. All right. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, now that I'm getting a little bit away from the combat side of this, I'm getting really excited, more excited about the game. Not that I wasn't excited already, but it feels more like a game, right? Like whenever you can run around and do stuff, right? Than just like the normal combat. Okay, so let's see what happened there. Halberd. Yeah, that looks good. Short sword. That looks good. Yep, other halberd. Try to pick some things fast. Axe, rod. Okay, yeah, I mean the animations didn't keep up, but that's probably expected. Okay, what about when I swap now? So now I'm on weapon 2. Weapon 2, axe to short sword. Ah! And it went to rod. Okay. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely what it's doing is it's taking my current weapon in my hand and applying it. Let's see why it would do that. Alright, so this is where we're at. Assigned weapon definitely equals assigned weapon 2. And then I'm going to say assigned weapon 2 equals... I know what it is. I know what it is. Right here. When I go to update my equipment, what's happening is I load my weapon 1, I think. So how can I... Where does that go to? If I go to my character, I'll find out. Actually, I think that was actually in that scene where the... If I go to ready... Nope, not here. Let me check actually where that node... It might already be... It might be actually linked to somewhere. Update equipment. Goes to character viewer. Okay. Right here. Oh, that just updates those. Which isn't exactly it. Let's see. So I do assign the weapon here. Okay. Then I call load weapons. So what does load weapons do? I'm guessing load weapons loads... Ah, okay. Interesting. I'm guessing load weapons if I go to my right hand scripts. And then I go look at load weapons. It probably loads in just whatever's in weapon 1 slot. Load weapons. Loads in. Weapon 1 slot. Okay. So what I need to do then is actually call load weapons with a integer that is like weapon selection. Right? And that needs to be... Hey, thanks for the sub, David. Appreciate that. Sub on YouTube. Welcome. So let's see. So I would say if weapon selection equals 1, right? I would instantiate this. If elif weapon selection equals 2. And then actually let's take these outside, at least the instance. Oh, I can't. I guess I can. Yeah, I'll just initiate it up here. I can do node as well, might as well. So I don't have to instantiate it in multiple places. Okay, and then we would go for weapon 2 here. If it's 2. And then what I need to do is make sure everywhere load weapons is called. Load weapons. So that can have a variable up here that is current weapon select. And then what I'll do is I'll say if it's 1, current weapon select equals 1 equals 2. And then down here, load weapons, current weapon select. Okay. That looks pretty good. Now let's go load these up, load weapons. When I'm ready, I'll always load weapon 1, so I can just put a constant of 1 in there. And then down here, I don't actually see, oh, let me save real quick. That's 72. That was right here. Switch weapons. So I have load weapons at the start. Oh, this is the no wait switch weapons. I don't know if I need that anymore. Let me see if I don't know if I'm using that. I think I am using that. Maybe not. I think I am. I think I use that whenever when I switch equipment. Let me check. Maybe not. No wait. No wait. Nope. It exists, but I don't actually use that function. So I think I'm good there. Okay, let's test this out. I feel pretty good about this, though. All right. I know that all too well, Poetic. I'm always in a loop of, hey, I fixed one thing and now I've got 100 more. Man, well, best of luck. I hope that fixes. Okay. I definitely get it. This is one of those cases. I feel like I was so close a while ago. And then every time I fix something, it's like, oh yeah, but there's these 3 other things I now have to fix. Rod, I think this little rod has like so many polygons. I need to probably take it down. It takes forever to load. All right, that looks pretty good. And then I need to switch weapons. And look at that. Fixed. All right. So now I have this weapon. I can switch weapons. Oh, no, I can't. Okay. Let's... Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's see something. Okay, let's go look at what the condition was. Had I been so close. Okay, so there's no weapon there. I've got this node here, which is, I'm sure, my wand and this halberd. It actually looks like it never got assigned. Oh, that's because it was in the middle of switching. Did one of my weapons get unassigned? No, I had axe 2 and halberd. So I did have 2 weapons assigned. Oh, maybe I don't have anything in the assigned weapon? No, I do have axe 2 and assigned weapon, and that's a real weapon. See? There's that new bug. So my weapon node actually doesn't belong anywhere at this point. Now, when do I attach my weapon node? Here, okay. So ultimately that was null because the weapon I call that didn't exist, and it doesn't have a name. It's just node this. So this should have been an axe. It should have been axe 2. All right, let's stop this and let's see if I can recreate it. That's the hardest thing too, is when you can't really recreate bugs. All right, let's check this out. Looks good. All right, so let's see. So let's pull this over. I'm gonna hide it real quick so we can watch. Okay, so right now I have short sword and axe. Let's see. I'm gonna put this right here so we can watch. Okay. Let me see if I can unclip this a little bit. Was that in filters? Okay, so you see axe and short sword here. When I switch to a halberd, we can see the short sword changes to halberd. We keep axe. Rod. Okay, there's a little overlap. I wonder if that's... Maybe I should... It's only overlap, I think, when it takes a while to load. Okay, so when I switch weapons, my axe is now in my hand. My halberd's on my back. When I switch to short sword... Okay. Okay, my short sword's on my hip. Halberd's in my hand. Oh, this is going to be hard. Alright, switch to the axe. Okay, this is axe 2. Maybe axe 2 is bugged. Ah, actually, I think I might understand. No, I don't. Okay, axe is on the hip. Halberd's in the hand. Dang it. What? Why did this fail? Okay. Did I go unarmed? That looks fine, though. Oh man, that's a problem. When I'm watching it, it works fine. Okay, what if I attack a couple times? No, it looks good, honestly. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe I clicked it too fast. What if I just spam click? Okay, that did crash it. Okay, so I think well, last time I had a node here with no name. But obviously if I spam click switch weapon, it'll crash. So I think what I need to do is have a block in switch weapon, where if I'm actively switching weapon, it will not switch weapon again. So we'll have our switch weapon block. Okay, let me put this back over behind chat. So, oh, okay. Back behind chat, this goes. It's kind of useful, I think, though, to look at. That's okay. Filter. We'll just put this up over here. Okay. Okay, that's good. So, yeah, I need to add a block. So I have this switch weapon block, and what I'll do, I think this is pretty easy. All I need to do is on the function here, I'll just add and not switch weapon block, right? I'll make this start as false. Hey, Loki Trickster, how's it going? Good evening and good to see you. Hope things are going well with you. We're working on implementing our equipment management system and inventory. So it's going pretty well. But I ran into some weird bugs. One of them I think is caused by this right here. Essentially switching weapons too many times. So I'm going to create this block here. That only lets me switch weapons when it finishes switching weapons. Okay. Working on a game for a game jam. Nice. Which game jam is it? And what's the category or the theme, if there is one? Game jams seem really cool. I haven't done one. This obviously is my first game, but 1-bit jam. I haven't heard of it. Tower. Okay, so are you making like I guess yeah, you could do anything. What are you implementing there? One-bit jam. I'm gonna have to look that one up. How long do you have? Also, I saw someone do a 36-hour game jam and it was wild. I didn't watch them for 36 hours. I watched a video on them doing a 36-hour one. All right, that looks pretty good. Spamming switch weapon does nothing. So that looks fixed. Good deal. We're fixing bugs. Little dungeon crawler, 5 levels. Nice, cool. That's awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, if I can, you know, let me know when you're done. Oh, I'll play it. Hopefully you're not dropping through floors like I am there. Yeah. You can post the link. I think if you're a regular, you can. If it doesn't, I will see if I can grant that. Dang it, didn't work. Just for awareness, I don't get to like say who can post links. Twitch, I mean, I could, like, I just have it if you're not a rig. I don't know what I have the setting. Let me see if I can real quick. How can I make you not? I want to make you on the list of good people. Yeah, put it in the Discord. I'll post it here. Yeah, I'm not sure how they do that. Like on my Twitch, let's see, what is the setting? The setting is like for links. It is block hyperlinks. Automatically delete URLs except for ones posted by you, moderators, admins, and VIPs. It used to be, I think they updated that. Because I think it used to be like anybody who was a regular could post links. I'm not sure. Weird. Here you go. I'm gonna pull it up. Cool. So 1-bit jam. Oh, so you have a little while. I mean, there's a day left. Have you been working on it since the 26th? Very cool. Must be created during the jam. That's cool. Well, awesome. I hope that goes well. So is yours in black and white? Pretty sweet. Okay. Nice. I like it. Yeah, I think the cool thing about game jams is it's like it's constrained, right? I really do think constraints breed like really good creativity. I'm a firm believer in that. So yeah, it's sweet. Very nice. Well, best of luck. Yeah, you'll have to let me know how you do. I hope it goes well for you. I don't know if I'm brave enough quite yet to do a game jam. I do think I'm getting pretty quick at coding and things. But I don't know. I'm just not quite there. Ooh, I lost my game stream. That's your first game jam? Well, yeah, best of luck. Oh, that is it, I think. Yeah. Well, I really hope it goes well. You have to, yeah, let me know how it goes and, you know, if you have fun and kind of what that looks like. All right. So I think I've got this implemented. I think that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and I want to equip a sword and I'll do a halberd. And now I can go into battle. So yeah, that's cool. That feels good. That's pretty cool. You can customize your weapons before battle, which is pretty sweet. I like that a lot. And then let's see if I can take her out. I have to hit 3 perfects here, or 3 consecutive. Cool. Got it. And that can run around. I can't do a whole lot here. And the thing is weird. I don't know why I don't know why that box is still in the middle, and I'm still technically attacking. You can see all the late because I missed the box. That's okay. Let's see if I can go into this screen. I can. Interesting. So I can change weapons in this mode, yeah. Okay, interesting. Oh, I can go back into battle. Let's see. All right. Obviously some bugs. That's okay. All right. That felt pretty good. I need to make the left window navigable this side, right? And there's still a couple things I need to do. I guess before this really navigates, I think I want to build up like where you can see character stats and weapon stats. I do dynamically create the item list now, which is good. I can trash all this because it makes me look less authentic. I do want to make a max size, not max lines. How can I do that? It's like a max. I guess I would put this in a container. Yeah, I do put it in an HBox container. Potentially. Let me think here. I guess, yeah, what I could do is just make this a certain size, because ultimately I need like the weapons underneath it, like the weapon stats to show up. That's probably next. So I can make this like something like this. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And then I'll add, actually I can make it even with this side. Let's see. Guess I can make both of them. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So let's see what that looks like. If that looks pretty good, then I'll go. What I need to do is under both of these, I need stats. This will be like the full character stats that adds up all the weapons and armor and everything. It's just your current stats. That should be pretty easy to output. And the other is the weapon stats. Again, should be pretty easy to output. There are a lot of, I have a lot of stats. Like my weapons have, oh, I didn't hide them. That's okay. I think I can hide them without crashing anything. Perfect. All right. So I do have a lot of stats. That'll be interesting to try to represent those in some clean way. I gotta think about that, how I want to do that. This looks pretty good though. Oh, except it did expand. I don't want it to expand. At least not past the bottom there. So let's work on that real quick. Oh man. That's the second time I've ever done that. I closed OBS instead of my game. It's all right. Sorry if I kicked anyone out. I'll give a knot like this. Hey Daniel, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Again, sorry I I did that. Literally just closed my OBS instead of closing my game. I've done it before. I'll probably do it again. Streaming's hard, honestly. All right, let's see what's going on. How can I make this close from the top? I guess here I would shrink begin. That should keep it from growing vertically. And then what I need to do on this item list, I need to make sure it's scrollable. Auto height. That's the problem. Yes, that is absolutely the problem. And then what I'll do is for the height here, make it like 500. Again, if you're just joining again, I'm sorry. I I closed out OBS instead of closing out of my game. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's see what that looks like. I don't like one thing too is right now I have like all weapons that are being in this menu, right? When I actually do this, I won't have all weapons. I'll just have like a certain type of weapon. So I need to be able to scroll through that. Hey Daniel, hope things are going well. Thanks for joining and following, and good to see you. Welcome. All right. Let's see here. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, it's a little small. It could be a little bigger, but that's not bad. and then you can kind of scroll through. Yeah, it was really silly. I was just, so I have OBS over on this monitor. I have on the right here, I have Twitch, and then I have my game up here. And I had dragged Twitch over to my other, or not Twitch, I dragged my game over my other monitor over here, so I could see the code in the background, and then I went to go close, and I closed on the wrong monitor. I'll be completely honest, it's happened before. That's not the first time it's happened. Let's see, I might make this a little bigger here, maybe like 350. Maybe not quite that big. Maybe like 300. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's character viewer. Yeah. I do like this though. I like that size, I think. It could probably be a little bigger. The one on the left I'm talking about. Well, that got weird. Let's refresh. Yeah, I might need to set. It's hard to do set sizes because everyone has a different size screen, right? So it needs to be dynamic, and that's why I drag it between different screens as well to like see what it's going to look like on different screens. But I think it should be okay. Let's check. All right, that looks pretty good actually. I like that. I can put something here. I'm not sure what, but I can put something there. Should I? I'm not sure. Maybe it should just fill. Maybe it should fill. Let me turn on fill and see what that looks like. Basically on equipment selector. Okay, so on item list, I should do auto height. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. And then if I drag it to this other monitor, what happens? Oh, that looks pretty bad. Okay, maybe I don't want to do auto height. Okay, it's like a really small, on a really small window right now. I really just want these to be the same all the time. That's what I'm really looking for. It might just take some messing around with. I don't need to mess with it right now. Okay, so I think the next thing I'm going to do is down here in the bottom right, I'll add all the stats for whatever weapon you are highlighting. Like if I'm highlighting the halberd, it should have all the stats for the halberd. Maybe the spells. Ooh, that's interesting. I do need to highlight what spells are available for the weapon. Oh, I got a lot of data I got to show. Okay. I have to show what the stats are for the weapon, what spells you have available for the weapon, probably, because you're basically picking your class with the weapon. Yeah. No, I'm glad you popped in. So this is a tactical RPG. Here, I'll post my. You can check it out on Steam. At least you can check out the Steam page and wish to list it. This is a tactical RPG. You play as a character where the world has just been introduced to magic, and so kind of one of the major points of the game is that you're going to be learning how to control that magic and harness it. And every weapon, as you're learning magic, you'll learn magic for the different weapons. So every weapon has a different set of magic. It's a tactical RPG. So after you kind of select your equipment there, it'll have RPG elements. So you'll kind of be wandering around, doing things, right? RPG type things. When you go into battle, it's actually like a tactical RPG. If you've ever played Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem, anything like that, right? That's what that looks like. So you can come here, you can kind of set up your attacks. There's many spells already, so you can kind of cast spells. And ultimately, you'll kind of go to the story, and this is what battles look like. So I've kind of finished the vertical slice. I'll be posting a demo relatively soon so that people can start messing around with it and doing play tests. And I think that'll be really helpful for me to learn kind of what works and what doesn't when the not developer of the game is playing. And then, yeah. So the other cool thing I think, one of the things I like about this game a lot is when you're doing attacks, right? Awesome. No, I'm glad you like Fire Emblem. It's a good game. One of the things here, if you've ever played Legend of Dragoon, the attack system, right? Very quick time system, right? Based. So there, I missed it, right? That's kind of what this is too. So whenever I cast haste, what it actually does, it increases my speed, of course. So you can see the priority list on the top left here. You can turn it off and on. Increases my speed, which will allow me to have more turns or move faster. But it also gives me more attacks. So I can attack and combo more times if you can hit within the window. And that gets pretty hard to hit within the window. Other thing I didn't mention, so you notice it started raining when it was lightning out, right? I'm going to lose here, but in the top right, I'll show you real quick. Whenever you cast a spell in this game, there's what you're doing, like in lore, is you're drawing elements out of the air. So that concentration of that element goes down. So when you're in game and you cast like lightning, for example, you're gonna be drawing lightning out of the air, and the concentration of the water in the environment goes down. So ultimately what that means, I'm sorry, the concentration of the water goes up because lightning goes down. They're opposites on this map on top right. So water spells actually get stronger as you cast more lightning spells. Or if the enemy does. This is constant across the battleground, right? So a lot of strategy involved. If you want to go like cast a bunch of fire spells to make ice spells really strong and then cast a really strong ice spell, you can do that. If you want to go cast a bunch of water spells to make lightning or to make water weak because the enemy is casting up some super strong water spell, you can do that. Just a lot to do there. I think what I was really thinking through there when I was kind of working on it was you don't want to just be spamming the same spell over and over again. And so this game kind of rewards you for mixing it up and kind of strategizing that way. Adds kind of another layer. Yeah, and then there's also environmental impacts. So like if I do cast lightning and it shifts to the water side, you'll notice here in a second it starts raining. And then the more I cast that and then shift away from earth to wind, it'll start getting windier. So just a couple things there, and I'll show you the last thing I think that's kind of cool is every weapon has its own set of spells. It's like right there. The I wonder if I can. I probably can't. That's okay. So like the axe, I don't have a lot of axe spells implemented, I don't think. Maybe I have a few. I think I just have the basic like turn my axe into an elemental weapon spells right now. I have a lot more wands, like black magic, white magic, and sword magic. But that's okay. So I can show you some of those spells. So for example, illuminate. It's going to make me be able to hit, so it's going to increase my accuracy. And you can see there it shifted up. So now because it's shifting away from light towards wind, you can see, I don't know if you can tell with the rain, but now the rain's running a little bit sideways because now there's more wind in the environment. So ultimately, just a lot of dynamic stuff. That's kind of the idea there. And I'm about to deal just a ton of damage because this shocking blade is way too overpowered. Yeah, that's all right. Good deal, we won. All right. Oh, interesting, but she fell over. A lot of glitches here. I just implemented this free roam. Yeah, I thought it was pretty unique. I thought it'd be kind of fun. So hopefully, I hope it translates well, right? Like I hope as you kind of go along, it translates well. And I think one of the fun things about it is because like the world's just getting introduced to magic, there's a lot to explore in that way. So I think like when you start out the game, you probably won't have that map. Now, I mean, if you look at my Steam page and you kind of know, you'll kind of know that there's dynamic element stuff at play, but you won't really have the map at start, but it'll still be in effect. So you might still notice it yourself that like, hey, I cast a bunch of fire spells, now fire's weak, right? But as you kind of go through, you'll find other people who are learning about the magic and researching it because it was just introduced. And so you might find a researcher who kind of introduces the map to you, or maybe makes a device that can detect the magic elements in the air, right? And that's when you'll get that map. So I think there's a lot to play around with there. Hopefully it comes across as unique and ends up being a lot of fun. All right, so one thing I need to do here is start building up I'll add another panel. Oop, not just a panel. I need to add a panel container. But I'm gonna start building up the stat pages first. I guess it's probably easier to do the player stats first, so I might do that first. Hey, thanks. I appreciate the wish list. Stick around, you know, follow me here. We have a Discord as well. Feel free to follow me there as well, and hopefully I'll keep you up to date. I don't know how long this is going to take. It's not my full-time job, but but honestly, I mean, over the past year, I've made a lot of progress. Not year, over the past couple of months, several months, I've made a lot of progress. So if I can keep that progress up, maybe it's not too long from now. All right. So I'm just going to add this container here. Where does that one sit? I need to be the same size basically as this. At 400. At 700. Yeah, I chose Godot. One big part of it was because it's open source. So I knew that if, because it's open source, it was getting popular. People are going to be adding on to it. Already 4.3 is what I'm in now. It's faster, right? They're continuous improvements. It's open source, so at no point can somebody come in and say, hey, I'm going to start charging you for XYZ use of it. You can make applications on it and things. I love the node system. So over here you have all these nodes, right? I use it a lot. Like right now I'm working on this carriage node, right? It's my carriage, but this is how I handle in the game. You go up to these carriages and that's how you change your like loadout. Like when you want to equip new things, you go to these carriages. So I can attach all of these systems to the carriage, and then anytime I drop this carriage into a new scene, you now have that ability, right? Without any effort. So I like that. I'm used to object-oriented coding. I've done that a long time. So ultimately it's just, it made sense. And I have not regretted it at all. Godot is extremely capable, extremely powerful. And there hasn't ever been anything in Godot where I thought, I can't really do that because I'm being held back by my game engine. So I'm pretty happy with that decision, for sure. Let's see. I'm kind of wondering if I should put this all into a container. I think I should. Ooh, it's gonna... I definitely should. But it's a little bit unfortunate. Okay, so what I'm saying here is ultimately I should put these in a container so I can do vertical, like layer them up vertically on top of each other. So I'd do a container and then I'd do a V-box. I'm hoping I don't break anything because of that. I don't think I will. I think it should still be okay. But we'll find out. All right, so top right. I'm a little worried about how this ends up looking, but we'll find out. Okay, that stays there. No, that goes in here. What kind of projects are you you thinking of doing? Let's see. So 400 X transform 700. Okay, I think that looks decent. Oh, it needs to come down a little bit, huh? Okay, let's see. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah. That's great. Tactical RPGs are fun, honestly, and it's a fun challenge. Doing the grid system was a lot of fun. That's cool. Well, yeah, I hope that goes well for you. You'll have to keep me up to date. One of the things we do in the Discord is we kind of, there's a lot of developers in there, and we're constantly sharing what we're working on. So feel free, share whatever you want in there. would like to see how you're doing. Okay, so that's not quite right. What size is this one? I think it was 400. It was 400. What happened here? Here's what I'm looking at, right? In the top right, that window. Let's check something. Let's go ahead and hide it for now. Ooh. Oh, wait, this one. Let's go ahead and hide it for now. Let's go see what it looks like over here. All right. I mean, it's not bad because now it misses the elemental map, but it's not really what I want. I do want it to go to the edge, I think. I probably should just hide the elemental map whenever you go into the equipment manager. Man, why is this so small? Okay. Okay, so what I might need to do is grow direction. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, horizontal left is correct. And bottom is correct. It's like it's not meeting at the edge. What if I move these anchors? All right, let's try this again. So what I did is I moved these anchors over. Let's just start at the top right. I think if I reference everything from the top right of the screen, we should be okay. Have any ideas on like details about the RPG story or anything yet? Or are you just kind of thinking mess around until you kind of land on something? All right. Okay, well, it's in the right spot now, but it is small. Okay, so it's shrinking. I kind of actually maybe liked it, what it was doing. No, I think it does need to take over the whole screen. I just think I need to hide the elemental map. Let me just hide that real quick. All right. And if I fill it, I'm kind of thinking it's actually growing a little bit beyond this. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's sweet. I actually haven't played D&D, but it does look fun. And I do watch like Dimension 20 and that sort of thing. So that's awesome. Yeah, I imagine D&D gives you some good material to to build a game from. Well, sweet. Well, best of luck. I hope that goes well. All right. So I'm refreshing. I set some things, some minimum sizes. I'm hoping those minimum sizes translate to actually working here. You know, I threw in a container hoping. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. Okay, so it is, I don't think this, so these are the same size. Allegedly. I need to figure out what's happening though. Maybe 400 actually isn't the size of the one on the left, because that's really a minimum. Maybe we're actually close to like 700. Let's see. And then I would go position. All right, I need to refresh this. That's dynamic UIs are hard. Like the hard thing about it is like I'm literally trying to program it to handle multiple sides, and maybe I just need more experience with what this looks like, right? But as you change your screen size, I need everything to look correct still. Maybe something like this, where it'll hold this position. That actually might work. So I'm thinking it actually is showing 400 pixels. But the other side might not be. And I want them to be equal. Or similar. Alright, let's see. Okay, so it does push out to where I want it to start. It just needs to be bigger now. That's close though. Let's see. So I'm going to minimize that. Let's see. So, okay, it's going to the edge here. I wonder if I should, so I am expanding. I wonder if what if I did actually grow it right? I don't think that's going to do anything. I do think I want to grow it left. So actually, let me count up how big this actually is. I think this is what's going to limit it. So that size is, oh, it's 0, so probably not. Do I have a set size on this? I have size 400, but I don't think that's right. And then minimum size 0. Very, very interesting. Let me think. What would be the best way to do this? So I want this to be... Maybe actually I have this grow direction wrong. Maybe I do want it to grow right. Do I have one of these at 400? I think I do. Yeah, those are 400. Because they're minimum size 400. Okay. I'll see how that does. May just be a little tweaking here. I think it does make sense to put them all in container. I messed everything up by putting it in container, but I think it makes sense. And then I can space some things out with some controls and stuff. Okay. Man, it's in the right location. Again, just needs to expand out. How can I get it to expand out? This is not... Use a plain control node. Interesting. Yeah, my background, I'm so my bachelor's in aerospace engineering, my master's is in model-based systems engineering. I currently work for a space company developing rockets. I don't directly work on code much. I do scripting a lot of times. I'm in an IPT lead role, so do a lot of scripting. I previously worked for Boeing. No longer work for Boeing. But yeah, I think most of my actual development experience is with is mostly scripting, just being able to code some things up, hack things together, which I think works well for this. So a lot of automation and that sort of stuff. It is interesting that it's telling me this serves no purpose, but I'm okay with the control node. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. So it sounds like this is the important one, which maybe helps. What's your background, or do you have a a coding technical background, just looking to get into it? Here we go. Same. All right, let's see if I can keep this open, and I will shrink it a little bit so we can see what we're doing here. All right. So let's see if I can mess with some stuff here. So what if I did make like 700? I don't want to just like hard code it is the problem, right? That's what I would be doing, is hard coding it. I definitely don't want to hard code it. I want it to grow. Hey, BWAG, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope things are going well with you. Ah. That's the problem. Okay. I feel pretty good about that then. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Well, sweet. So, yeah, good background for making games for sure. Yeah, I think it's like with Godot, it's probably not like I mean, if you're working that, like, you're probably a little more advanced. But hey, yeah. No, the game's coming along pretty well. See, I got a here's what I got. So I've got a it's a cart here to do equipment, right? So yeah, a lot going on there. So now you can kind of pick, you can change your weapons here before you go into battle. I'm working on that top right menu. It's bugging me a lot right now. Trying to figure out, and by the way, Daniel, I'm on YouTube as well, so sorry you don't see their chats too. And same, BWAG. But yeah, so you can come to this cart now and you can kind of change your loadout, which is pretty nice. I like it, but and it works really well. I think gotten most of that ironed out, and then you can go in and go. Oh, well, I broke it, but you can ultimately come fight if you don't run off the edge. No, you still do the grid-based movement. So essentially what happens is, yeah, so when you're actually playing the RPG part of it, you wouldn't be in grid-based movement. You would be just doing your normal movement, right? Exploring, getting ready for battle, talking to NPCs, doing all your normal RPG stuff. And then when you are fighting, so like I'll show you kind of what this looks like. So you can come over here. I've got the sword. Maybe I want to keep the sword, but I don't want the axe, and you can do that in here too, right? So maybe instead of the axe, I want a halberd, right? So you go switch out for the halberd, and then you go over here, and you can go into, oh shoot. I've literally never experienced this bug. Okay, apparently if you're running and you go into battle, you'll go into a dead reckoning or sprint off the map. So some work to do there. I'll just jump into it. So yeah, then you can jump right into it though, right into battle. I'm trying to get the demo ready. What I'm trying to do here is get the demo ready so that bugs be bugs, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm trying to get the demo ready so that I can get through some playtesting on Steam. But yeah, no, it's still grid-based battles here. It's just gives you a chance to go work through the actual RPG portions of the game. All right, let's see if I can kill her in one shot. I think I got her. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. The grid. It's just, if you've ever played like Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics, it's essentially, yeah, you would be strategically using the different positions on the game, right? Maybe you want to go behind somebody. When you're in front of somebody, you have a less chance of hitting them, so that box is smaller, right? So it's easier to hit them from the back or the side. You can flank people because you can't move through people, right? So you could take your party, surround somebody. It's a lot of strategy involved with where you're at. Every attack has a range, so maybe like you're trying to cast a spell and the range isn't good enough, so you've got to get closer, which puts you in danger. So yeah, the grid-based part of that is exclusively for turn-based strategy, for sure. The bug I'm running into is, maybe it has to do with this little red dot. I don't know what that little red dot means. The bug I'm running into, though, essentially is that I want these two menus side by side to be similar, right, in size. I kind of want it to look like this. The problem is it's hard. And the only reason it's hard is because I added this VBox in there, so I can't just like set it. It's got to be part of this other container. I'm not as familiar with it. I'm gonna space these out by like 10 maybe. Can I space them out more? Ooh. No, you'd be able to do both. So you can do you can move to get your placement. Every turn you can move and attack, right? So, and I'll check what that looks like here. So yeah, every turn you move and then attack, or attack and then move, or cast a spell and move, or use a skill and move, or something like along those lines, right? You get to take one action and move. So, and then whenever you have, let's see, so that's still too small. It's kind of different now. What happened? Here, I'll put that over there. Real quick. Okay. So whenever you, yeah, like, see the priority list in the top left as well. I know it's kind of behind chat, but one thing too is if you only attack or only move, you also use less like action points. So the way this works really is you're building up action points based on your speed. So the faster characters build up action points faster, and then the slower characters build it slower. And when that gets to 100, then you go, like it's your turn, right? So if I just move, I actually get more turns, and then she's just gonna move, so she would get more turns, right? So you can just do strategy that way. Like I could run away. I don't think I have any long distance spells with my axe necessarily. Let's see, but I can go cast something else. So, but ultimately, yeah, you would go. And sorry, I'm looking at my screen way over here. But if I did have a spell, like a long range spell, like I was using black magic, then you'd probably see that. And oh, she didn't kill me. So yeah, in this case, I cast the spell, right, and I moved. Ultimately, some glitches there. A lot to work out still. we've got some of a game, but we'll work them out. It's gonna be great. I promise. I promise. I'm gonna change this to a label, and then make a space. Some of this is hacked together, I will admit, but okay, it's a label now. Now I can set the size of it. But hey, I think that's most games, right? I always hear stories. I think most games are kind of hacked together. That might be too big. Let me see if I can set the font size to smaller. Like 5. Yeah, for sure. You got to kind of hack it together. All right, yeah, that works. All right, I 100% have to figure out what is happening here, and then I can actually duplicate this. I'll say this is just a spacer. Let's fix that, because that would be the only node in my entire game that didn't have a capital first letter. All right, spacer 2. Man. I gotta learn more about containers. This seems like it should be really easy. I have it anchored to the top right. And I guess my position's 0. Is that because of this container? Maybe I should unconstrain this container. It's like, what if I get rid of this? Maybe this can be inherit. Can I inherit for this? I cannot. What if here I do full rect? Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, it didn't even let me do full rectangle. Okay, interesting. Very, again, very interesting. What in the world? Okay. 0. It's kind of weird. I don't think in a container, at least I'm not used to you being able to do kind of two things here, but I guess it's because I have it like within a container node. I wonder if I take this out of this container node. So take it out of the container node, delete this container. So I just have the VBox container. And I wonder if that helps. So then I anchor it to the top right. I can drag this down to like, I guess to the bottom because I'm going to have the other thing under it. So it's going to go basically to the bottom of the screen. Yeah, let's try that out. My mouth's starting to get dry. I have to go for another water. Okay. That looks much better. Except for this. Why did that happen? It made them equal size. Huh. That I think I can probably fix. Okay. Let's again move this down to here. So let's see. Okay, so I have equipment type. This is just a label. And this label just says weapons. Oh, vertical. I should shrink to top. Okay, that's good. Spacer. Okay. Now let's try resetting this one more time. I think we're getting close. We're getting real close. It's starting to look good. And then I can start adding the stats. And we'll see numbers change. And seeing number change is fun. All right, let's see. Okay, now I have this big gap. Interesting. Okay, so let's see what's going on with that gap. So that gap is real. I was thinking it was an artifact of me changing things while it was live. That's not the case. So it's this spacer. Let's see. I don't have like a minimum size. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's probably what's going on. Let me change this out with just a control. And then under layout, container sizing, shrink, center. Okay, it says it's only 10 high. So that means it's probably not, like this is probably just going down to the bottom. So this is not actually doing what I think it's doing. And then I have this one here. Okay, I think I've got this. I think I know what's going on. So under VBox container, my grow direction. Maybe both. I'm thinking if I change my grow direction here, maybe that'll let it expand from both sides. I wonder, why is there that space? I wonder if it could be that spacer. I might try it without the spacer there and see what happens. Yeah, let me try clearing that spacer. All right, we'll delete this. Now let's play it. I should go one and then the other. It really shouldn't be that complicated. I've used a lot of V-boxes. Okay. I feel like it got bigger. All right, let's see. Let's see what happened. Okay, so under my V-box, let's look for some weird things here. It's possible that my anchors are just kind of weird and it's separating excuse me, separating these two things. That does move it. Okay, so the top is anchored to the top. This one is anchored to the top. I wonder if I have that shrink beginning. If I do shrink center, yeah, okay. Okay, now we're kind of seeing it. This I have fill. Shrink begin doesn't change it though. Inherited. So that's a size. I'm sure I can make it bigger, but I don't actually want to make it bigger. I do want it to be as small as possible. I just want it to slide up. So it's going to have to do with anchors. So let's see. Let's go over here so you guys can see the anchors here. Let's see. I do like this position. This is the growth. Let me look at the documentation here. I think if you pick top, let's see, controls the direction, the vertical axis in which control should grow. So I think it needs to be bottom. I think it needs to be bottom because it needs to grow at the bottom. But yeah, I wonder if the way this anchor works. Oh, it has, well, no, never mind. I'm sorry. I was going to think that maybe this had its own anchors, but it doesn't. Anchor points, that's these. Okay. Interesting. I can definitely push it together like that just by bringing the anchor up. Maybe that's not a bad idea. The only thing, and I guess it'll grow from the bottom, so maybe that's okay. I could just trace it to the bottom here. And what I think would happen is when I add this, let's add some labels at least to this. Yeah, it shrinks is the problem. I don't necessarily want it to shrink. I guess when I fill it in, maybe it's fine. Like, right? Maybe once I fill it in, it fills in this gap. Well, now the gap's not even there. What in the world? I guess there is a small gap. Okay, actually, you know what? That's not that bad. What I need to do then is set the minimum size is actually already okay. And then on this side, I need to add underneath this. Okay, I need to do something similar. Underneath this, I need to add a another one. And by this, I know you guys can't see very well in the top left, but I'm talking about adding another container under here. I think that works. So let's add another panel. Oh shoot. Okay. That's the only problem. I need to do the same thing for this one. I need to put it inside of a VBox. I wonder if I can change this to a VBox container. Do I have direct references to children in here? No. I should be able to do that. If I change this type to a VBox container. Let's check. Yep, and then I would add a panel behind it. Not a panel container. I'll just add a panel. Oh no, I do have to add a panel container. Okay. Panel container, and then I add this to the panel container. All right, that looks decent. Let's save this. Okay, let's build this up. I need another panel container. Okay, and this panel container is going to... Let's see, let's just for now make it minimum of like 200 or 400 just for looks. 300 maybe. 200. All right, and then make this one also a minimum of 200. All right, see what this looks like. Here we go. Wow, this time's taking a long time to load. What's going on? I think something's busted. What do I got? Oh, shoot. It is. All right. It doesn't like script inherits native type panel container, so it can't be assigned to type VBox container. Okay, I can change that by setting this to VBox container. All right, let's try this again. I think we're getting pretty close on this. All I really need to do now is add my stats. I'll keep it pretty simple and just like spell them out, I think, for now. Like HP, attack, the major ones. There are a lot of stats, so I probably won't list them all. There'll probably be some hidden stats. Okay, I do want the bottoms of these to line up. Is the only thing. Let's see if I can make that happen. I think I can make that happen by... on this one here, setting, let's see. So I think on equipment selector, let's compare that to this here. That doesn't have a minimum. Okay. 300 here plus what? Okay, so that means I should be able to, on this, give it a minimum of like 400. That makes it bigger, maybe like 300. If we make it 250. Okay, maybe don't expand. I think it all has to do with those anchors is the problem. I think these anchors here, if I shrink them, does this shrink? No. Let me check item list. Maybe item list has a specific size. It does. Okay, yes, that's helpful. Okay. That looks pretty good. I can delete this spacer, I think. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let's see. Oh shoot, I need to add a script to this. Okay, so I haven't named this panel container. This is going to be equipment stats. So let me name that real quick. Equipment stats. All right, and basically here all I want is this. Just when this container is visible, be visible. Really simple. All right, so now if I do that, oh, it's already, let's reset it. Oh, I've got one more as well. Let's add a script here. This is going to be character stats. Same thing. I'm going to rename this. Ah, shoot. Sorry, I moved a node around. So it's going to be character stats. All right, I'm excited to get this done. I think then we'll start seeing all the character stats, and then we'll be able to start moving things around, balancing things. I need to implement like the ability for the AI to be able to cast spells. Right now, it's very much they go to you, they attack. They are very, very accurate with their attacks. They can't miss unless they... so there's a mechanism essentially where every time you attack, you have to hit a different button. And right now, the computer randomly generates a button and then hits you. So if they randomly generate the same button twice in a row, they'll miss, but otherwise they are 100% accurate. So I need to work on that, because obviously that's not balanced. All right, move this over here where I'm not craning my neck. Let's see. That looks pretty good. I like it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I changed my halberd. Good deal. Okay, I'm gonna do this real quick. One thing I don't like is in stream my game's covered up by chat. What do you think? That's better. So yeah, that looks pretty decent, I'd say. And then I can switch weapons. Go with my short sword. Oh yeah, I haven't really showed off my black magic in a while, so let me do that. So when I pull out the rod here. All right, let's go ahead and start a game. All right, so black magic has all the range spells, right? And so I probably am not in range for anything here. I'll wait a second. And so I can make sure I'm far enough away from them, like just 1, 2. Right, this is where the strategy comes in, because they can move 3, and I know they can move 3. So maybe I move here. I don't know if I'll be able to reach them with spells. We'll find out. And then I can cast, like, ice. Yeah, I can't quite reach. Dang. All right. Any of these can reach? No, okay, I'll just wait here. I think the only problem I'm worried about is I might cast a spell and die. Which is fine, I guess. I may deal enough damage that it kills them. Okay, I'll cast... ice is going to be pretty weak here. But, oh, shoot. Okay, well... it also took too long to cast, which is also a problem. Oh, I'm so bad at this game. It shouldn't have, though. Oh, ice may have a longer cast time. Let me check real quick. Ice. Charge time is 200. I think that's my normal charge time. I think she got lucky with cycles. That's all right. Okay, well... good for her. All right, that looks pretty good though. I think I can start adding some stats. I've got to think. So all these things you're seeing, right, and like spells, those are all stats. I need the big ones. I need like health, speed, maybe movement distance, jump distance. Like if you picked for Final Fantasy Tactics, the options available there. I probably need those. I don't know if I need like everything also has like affinities for like lightning and stuff. And then I also want it when you highlight a weapon. It should tell you what spells are available for that weapon. So I probably also want to add something like that. I don't have a ton of real estate though, so I need to probably be careful. Oh, interesting. There's no trail effects on something. Get node. Oh, my weapon node was broken again. Interesting. Shoot. Bugs on bugs. Let's see what happened. Man, that same problem. Something's not getting named when I swap it. I'm not sure why. I get that like node 3D 9 all the time, and it doesn't seem to matter what weapon. I think things are going on top of each other, maybe. When I create the node, it's not naming it all the time. All right, I'm gonna add it to the bug list here. Let me pull up Trello. Craziness. I really got to figure that out. Man, bug hunting is hard. Especially when it's not consistent. All right, let's see. So I swap. Everything's fine. I can always, the nice thing about streaming this, honestly, is I can actually go back, watch the stream, and from there, oh, look at that. Okay, I can reproduce it. So it's only on sword 2 that it's not getting anything. I wonder if sword 2 for some reason doesn't have a name. Interesting. What's that about? Okay, I'm not meaning to bug hunt right now, though. I really want to get to developing a little more. It does have a name, and that name is Short Sword. Very interesting. So I'm not naming the node. And maybe it's just not doing it fast enough. There may be some sort of race condition where I've got two processes racing each other, one swapping the weapon. So how did I recreate that? I run over here, I go to short sword and swap weapons. Yes. Interesting. Huh. Does it have an unequip animation? It shouldn't matter because, yeah, it for sure does because it's going to put it on my hip. Very, very weird. All right. I will have to figure that bug out some other time. Right now I'm going to focus on building up the stats on here. Okay. So let's see. Let's start with character stats. So I think this is just going to be a bunch of labels, right? So I think I need a grid. Let's add a grid in here. Not a grid map. I need to add a grid container. Columns. Let's start with like 5 columns. I might end up adding more. Let me go to character stats here. So these are all the character stats. Let me pull them up. These on the right over here are all the character stats you have. So you have known magic, which I may or may not show known spells. Honestly, I probably don't need to. I can have a different thing for spells. So I need these. Let me start with just these top ones here, and we'll go from there. I'm just taking a screenshot here. Okay. Drop that over there. Okay, so in my grid, I need a lot of labels. And actually, this should be 10 columns wide if I want to do actually 5 things. All right, let's start adding children. Labels. And then let's duplicate. Okay, so first one, let's do is HP. Label 2 will be health. Which I also have to decide if I want bars. Like I have bars in other places. I gotta decide if I want that. I have MP. Oh man, health, I guess I could start with like 100 or something, just a placeholder in there. Okay, MP. Again, start with like 100. What I'll do is I will be calling these to update the labels. Should be pretty easy. Okay. Stamina is going to be pretty, well, it'll probably be pretty set. Let's go ahead and include it, I think. Because I think those will be, whenever you can increase stamina. Stamina is what you use to chain together combos. And when you can increase stamina, I think it's going to be huge. It's going to be really helpful. So that is probably important to list here. Evasion. Evasion, I don't think I need. Attack. Okay. Attack. This next one. Speed. Speed is that. Okay, let's keep duplicating. Duplicate. And I'm probably got another 15 minutes or so, and then I'm going to head out for tonight. It's getting pretty late here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. After speed, I'll have movement. So I'll say like movement. I don't know how the best way to do that. MV? MD for movement distance? I'm not sure. Okay. 3. So here we'll have like jump distance. Jump. 3. Oh, I guess 3. And then what I've got next is jump distance, health, stamina. Okay. I think evasion. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember actually. Accuracy, because I can do accuracy next. Accuracy. And I'll have to group these, I think, later to make them a little more obvious. Accuracy. Let's see. Hey, Orbum, thanks for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. I hope you all had a good stream. Orbum, did you finish your animation? If you didn't, you need to go back. Semicolon, huh? I streamed and missed an inside joke. Dang it. That'll teach me to stream. What's going on, I hope things are going well. Evasion. We are building up right now. We're working on our game. I'm fired. Oh no. Dex strength meta fields. Just like this. Are you working on your stats page? I get it. I get it. You know, you see me do something, you gotta make sure you do it too. Let's see. So evasion. Well, welcome. I am currently working on implementing my equipments page. We're pretty close here to having something kind of close. I mean, this is just junk data for now. What I'll do tonight here, finishing up, is I will dynamically set these fields based on what the stats of the characters are. And then as you change your equipment, these stats will change. As of today, I mean, they will update after tonight, but I won't be able to see dynamically what they're going to be. And so that'll probably be next stream. But we are close. And then I'll do magic affinity. So. But I hope you didn't get too sidetracked. I hope you had a good stream. I get it. And I see, why'd I get fired? What happened? What happened? My magic affinity is 1 for some reason here. Okay, so here's what this looks like. It's not gonna look great right now, but it'll kind of look okay. And I have so many more stats. I've got to be very selective about what I show. There are gonna be some hidden stats, and maybe there's a page where you can see them all. Or I could have you be able to scroll through them, which is maybe a better idea, right? So maybe you can scroll through them. Let's check here. I got plenty of room, honestly. I mean, they need spaced out. Like, don't get me wrong. I know that's ugly. I know you can't really see it. Let's see if I can space those out real quick. That's not too bad. And then a smaller screen. Well, this is a pretty small screen over to my right, and it's really not bad at all. But let's, real quick, I think I can just change the layout. Container sizing. Man, that's not great. There's no spacing. I need spacing. I need what do they call that? When you have room between components. I don't actually even see the option on here. Huh. You know what? Here, let me actually move this so you can kind of see what I'm messing with as well. So one thing I may be able to do, I might have to do it for all of these, which would be unfortunate, but I may be able to come in here and say expand. And that might give me a little more room, and then shrink beginning. Let me do a couple of these and see if that actually impacts anything. Nothing. No change at all, huh? Okay. What I can do is add more. Okay. Idea. I double the number of columns to 20. And I add empty labels between each one. Like that. Maybe with some spaces. Why is that going down there? What in the world? Oh, it's multiple lines. Okay, that's fine. Dang, I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, well, it added the space into the wrong spot. But maybe I just have to add them everywhere. All right, let's do this. Let's name it space. 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 Huh. It's kind of just acting weird. Okay, but it is pushing stuff to the bottom, so maybe after I get them all, it'll be better. I may need the ASCII code for blank space. Maybe that would help. Oh, hey. Sounds good. Catch you later. Me when I'm me. I hope you had fun tonight, and again, thanks for the raid. Appreciate that. I'm kind of thinking maybe these just aren't loading. So let me do this real quick, and then I'll pull the game back up. All right, we're close. Just a few more. I am hoping that these do space out. I do see them spaced out on my screen over here, so I do think that's going to work. All right, now we should have a much better looking grid. I may end up deleting the ones between, like every other one, and I would take the number down, but that does look much better. Let's see what happens. I like your emote there. I'm gonna go figure out who that's from. Oh, it's Point Crow. Oh, very good. All right, let's see. So, I'm gonna go here. Okay. I mean, it looks okay. I do need to delete these spaces. And I can probably add more to like one line. It's really not that bad. I could probably fit a lot of stats down in there. I mean, the only problem with a lot of stats is you kind of have to keep track of them, right? But that's not too bad. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, so I need to delete every other space here. Delete. Delete. Oh man, this is gonna be obnoxious. I hate tedious things. Label. I guess I can space out to the music a little bit. Oh, you know what? I can just delete the odd ones. That makes that way easier. Cool. Oh, it didn't work. Well, I mean, it kind of worked. Did I miss one? MA. Okay, so it's just magic. Magic, affinity. Okay, and then I want to get rid of this space. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then I'm gonna have to organize them. I think this is enough for now. I do think I'll be able to fit most of my stats. I mean, I have a lot of stats, but I mean, honestly, like it doesn't look that bad. I don't want to make it just like information overload is the problem, right? That's what I'm most worried about. Okay. That's not bad though. I definitely need to add more rows or more columns, I guess. Let's see if it updates when I change. I actually don't know if they might all have the same attack right now. Oh, duh, it doesn't update. I've literally coded nothing to make it update. Why would it update? Oh my gosh, it's getting late. All right. I may save the dynamic part of this. I'll do like a little bit of proof of concept, I guess. Which is basically I need to pass when a character comes in here, right here. Player active, connect this to this grid, this character stats, fine. Okay. And I can do get node grid container dot get node health dot text equals no dot text equals character dot health. Okay, we'll see how that works. I'm trying to. I might. She may already have 100 health. If that's the case. No, I think she has 60 health, so that should work. Oh, it did not like that. Okay, so let's see. Grid container, get node health. So this is in character stats, right? Yeah, get node grid container dot get node health. Oh, okay, that's easy enough. I just need to convert that to a string. Easy enough there. All right. I may just knock these out. It really won't take very long to do all of these. No. It's getting late. We'll see. We'll see. It really wouldn't take long to go build all those dynamically. I have a lot more stats I need to add, and I need to organize them. The nice thing, the way this is coded, I can reorganize them later and it doesn't affect my code. Okay, so yes, my health is 50, I guess. And that did update. Cool. So, a couple things. Okay, so one thing I need to do is first I need to code all of these so they're all dynamic, which would be great. And then I need to code it where when you pick a new weapon, like when I highlight a weapon like this, that comes down here with the weapon stats and then updates these and turns them like blue to tell you what your stat's going to change to, right? And that should be pretty straightforward. I guess I could do these, right? So I got health. We got health, mana, stamina, attack, speed, movement, jump, accuracy, evasion, magic affinity. That's not too bad. Also going to increase the size of this grid container from 20 to like 23. The reason I'm doing 23 is, well, 23 is not a multiple of, okay, so 21, 24. And then here is what I need to do. I need to take my space label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come on. Did I get that right? I need another space. And I will put that space after. Where is it? Speed? No, speed already has it. Movement? Already has it. Jump? Already has it. Where did I take that space away from? Alright. 1, 2, space. 1, 2, space. 2, space. Space. 1, 2, space. 1, 2. Right there. After jump. It's getting so hard to see these. Okay, 1, 2. So then I can just count these. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That should work. And if I keep those like that, that should actually look pretty decent. What does this look like right here? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Let's go do this. Health. I got mana. Stamina. Attack. Speed. Movement. Jump. Accuracy. Evasion. Magic affinity. All right. And now my character stats. I got not health. Mana. Stamina. Attack. Speed. Movement. Speed. Jump. Distance. Okay. Accuracy. Evasion. Magic. Affinity. Let me add a few more here. Duplicate. Instead of this, I'll have magic evasion. And this will be MEV. Okay, let's implement that. Magic evasion. Okay, I think that's pretty much all my stats. Well, all my major ones. I have a ton others I'm going to add, like fire affinity, lightning affinity. There's one for each of those. There's still a pretty huge list. of stats. One for each weapon type. Resistances, regens. I may not add all of those. I gotta think how I want to do that. Some of those might be hidden stats. All right, so those should all update dynamically now. We'll see if it works. I mean, it might tell me, whoa, you misspelled something, which is probably the most likely scenario here. I feel 75% confident this is gonna work. I feel pretty good about it. Let's see what happens. Hey, it worked. Okay. Yeah. That looks good. I think all my weapons have the same attack, so I don't think we'll see any change here. Also, it only loads when I first enter it. But yeah, no, that looks good. Okay, so now we have a dynamic stat window for our character. Kind of tells all the stats. It shows the weapons they have equipped, armor, accessories. I feel pretty good about that progress. Still obviously a couple things I need to do here. Need to finish laying out all my stats. I'll group them. I think if we group the stats together, like, we can make it pretty intuitive and pretty clean. Like right now this is just a mess to read, right? But I think if we group them together, we can make it pretty clean. And we have a lot of room. Like, honestly, I have room all the way down to the bottom if I want it. So I feel pretty good about this. And with that, I'm probably going to call it a night. So, but thanks everybody for hanging out. Had a great time. We got a lot done today. Making good progress here. If you haven't checked out the Steam page or the Discord, please do so. You know, join the Discord. We have a lot of chats on there. If you're working on your own projects, share it. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks again for hanging out. Good luck with all you're doing on your programming. Hopefully that goes well. Good luck to everybody else with their projects. Share them in that Discord. Really interested to see kind of what everyone's working on. I'm going to find somebody here to raid here. Let's see. I'm going to try to find somebody who is in game dev. Nobody I'm following is on streaming right now. Here's another Godot game developer. Let's do that. All right. This is Dead Slap. I do not know Dead Slap. I cannot speak for Dead Slap's quality of stream, but I hope you enjoy it. Give him a Shellum H if you have it, or a hey guys if you don't. And yeah, we'll talk soon. Thanks everybody again.